fucking yerp.
And the fucking beans.
Man took off his glasses and everything, man. Welcome back to Tep Talk with the Ice. It's been a while. I'm Tep, he's Ice. And, gaming is,
This is a serious topic.
kind of ass, bro.
Gaming's bad.
And I really don't want this channel to be super negative all the time.
I don't want this to always be talking bad about things.
Because, we love video games. And we've loved them since, we were kids. And we just want things to be a lot better than what they currently are.
And they can be, and they should be. Everything evolves, everything changes. Everything should be better. I mean, there's more powerful systems. So, it doesn't make sense why gaming is the way it is right now.
Because it is pretty ass. People couldn't even play the Diablo 4 beta without buying KFC.
KFC Double Down sandwich. And
Like,
people didn't even want the sandwich. They just bought it and then picked it up and then got the code. They got multiple codes for friends too.
I don't understand, man. Like, beta testing is for not just for us as consumers to get early access to the game, but it's for them to test the game.
Yeah, to know the bugs, to know what's happening, how people receive it. So why would you put that behind a chicken sandwich?
Yeah, first of all, it shouldn't be behind a paywall at all.
No.
Like, it should be free. Like, you don't have... I know Diablo's like a story, game, campaign, just make it like the first mission, first couple levels or whatever. Like, you don't have to make it huge, but just make sure the game is playable, the servers work, and all that shit.
Yeah, apparently people couldn't get into the servers. There was queue issues because a whole bunch of flooded the server with all these codes that they just give out.
What game doesn't have server issues at launch? I get, that's what the beta's for, so then they can see that they have issues and then fix it. But fucking hell, dude.
I guess they know what was going to happen. They knew.
Putting a beta code behind a chicken sandwich.
And people
could
just get plenty of them. I know KFC employees are eating good, and that is really dumb. I've never heard of that before in my life. Normally I know some games COD was doing, if you buy this drink or something, you get a free code to it, so a skin or something. They never do a whole game locked behind an item you have to buy. I don't have to go to the store and buy a liter soda just to play a game or something.
Call of Duty always had open betas, all the time.
Because they cared about testing the game.
Yeah.
Now they're doing advertisements and.
Bro, I see Call of Duty on every box of Mountain Dew ever.
Yeah.
I don't know what they're even advertising. Everybody knows your game is Call of Duty. I don't know why, gaming just become such a marketing ploy. It's so mainstream now, and it's such, they use it to target certain people to try to get their money.
And they know they will get their money.
It's just that's why games don't release finished and then they can just add on DLC. Because
they know at this point, they're going to buy it no matter what, so we don't have to work as hard or try as hard to finish the game right away. We can just release the half game and they're still going to buy it and then finish it later.
Games don't have the heart or soul anymore.
The care they put into it,
games were better back then.
They just were.
They were.
It doesn't matter.
They were better.
Doesn't matter about being a smaller system or this and that. They just cared a lot more, and they made sure it was done right as best as they could to release it because there was no patches, there was no updates they could download or anything like that.
No, they had to get it right the first time. The games were just better. The GameCube, the Wii, the PS2, PS3 era. Would you rather have every game since 2013? From 2013 to now, the last 10 years? Or would you rather have everything before 2013? I'd rather have everything before 2013.
Now, I'm not saying there is good games that came out 2013 afterwards. Like, I love Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, there's
good ass titles, but still, back then just had more variety, quality. There was a verse of things that never came out. It felt
like, how many like newer trilogy for games or newer like series have come out recently? Because like 10 years, like 15 years ago, like there was like Assassin's Creed was starting, Borderlands was starting.
There was just so much new everything. Like, what in the world is this?
Like whole series were starting. Like, how many like newer ones? Like, I guess like Horizon. Horizon is mid as fuck, by the way. Call of Duty's shit, Madden is shit, 2K is shit. Like,
and we're not talking down; they just are. Like, you could type in these things on anywhere, and you see what the problem is. You can see it. There are constant TikToks about it. Like, we're not just saying it. There's proof. Just look at it.
Like, Mario and Zelda don't drop games nearly at the rate that they used to. And like, I made a TikTok about that, and people were like, "Oh, it's the quality over the quantity." Well, before they had both. Like, they used to have both.
Yeah.
Like, Zelda used to have both.
Mario used to have both.
I don't know what happened. I just feel like they're putting resources in the wrong places. A lot of remakes for no reason. They make way too many remakes. You don't got to put resources in the remakes. Like, they know. See, game companies know that games were better back then. That's why they want to keep remastering them all the time.
And remakes are pretty good. They can have their place. They can like open a new audience to old games. So they get this is different.
Like,
but
I guess
it does have their place, and some remakes are good. Final Fantasy VII remake.
Okay, see, that's a very special case because they totally changed everything about it.
A purpose of remake should be to totally change the game and not give the same content over again.
Like, the Wind Waker and Twilight Princess remake, it's pretty much just a port. They didn't really change that.
Well, actually, the HD is much better than the original. Actually, significantly. Like,
it's better, but like, it's not like 3D World remake where they added like Bowser's Fury or something. Like, it's really okay.
The same.
They have the faster sail in Wind Waker.
Map's a little different. It basically is like a patch, but they just made it a different game.
Like, it's still the same game. Final Fantasy VII Remake is a totally different game.
If they take the game and make the graphics different,
like the gameplay, like it's
change.
Like they went to I don't even know what to call that combat. Like real time action combat. Like, that's not how it was in the original. Like, original you had a menu and shit.
Yeah.
Like there wasn't like rolling and dodging and all that shit. Like, they totally reworked the entire game. That's like, if you're gonna do that. That's fine.
Be the route they go for remake.
Skyward Sword remake,
but it literally did the same thing.
Ass.
Skyward Sword, the biggest problem with it was obviously the motion controls, but they still botched that up on the Switch.
Like, that's the type of shit they're doing. Like, Link's Awakening remake.
Mm-hmm. Very.
Like, yeah. See, that's a game I understand because that was on a system that not everybody had. It wasn't a mainline console. It was on the Game Boy. So, like, yeah, not everybody had access to it.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if they take tiles that people don't have access to and remake it, and if they make it better graphics or add, like, some story to it or some different parts, then it's worth having a remake of it to open the audience up more so people realize. Because I would never play Link's Awakening if it never came out. I would never.
True, yeah, I get that. But, like, Skyward Sword didn't need a remake like that. Not just a graphics update on a new system. That's where remakes get dumb. Oh, they added amiibo. No, that's why Twilight Princess said, oh yeah, you get a little wolf amiibo. You can get hearts or something stupid.
Well,
Like,
Twilight Princess HD was also better than the original.
I'm not saying they're not better, but like, I don't think they're worth. Like, I'd rather Nintendo put resources into making a new game than remaking that.
So,
I don't.
as the Twilight Princess is, you're fine with it as it was, even though there was definitely some issues.
On the Wii version.
Mm.
I only played the Wii version. I played the good version. I played the non-janky version. The GameCube version I know is very jank.
Yeah.
See, they already made a better version. You don't need to remaster it again. Like, I'd rather them, if, like, they went a long time making that Wind Waker HD and then Twilight Princess HD. I'd rather them just made a new game at that point in time. Like, I don't know why they just, like, also during that time they remastered like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, but they only put it on the 3DS.
Yeah, I was really.
Why? Why would you only put that on the portable console?
Yeah.
Why? That's Ocarina of Time.
That game you played on a TV or a big screen, only to be like sent down to a small 3DS.
And this Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, like
those are big titles.
those are like two of your
the biggest
consoles
in gaming.
Like, you gotta put that on an actual system. That's why I never played them. I didn't have a 3DS. There are a lot of people that didn't have a 3DS. There are a lot of, like, you know, adults like Tony, my brother. Like, he loves Zelda. He didn't have a 3DS. He didn't even know those remakes existed. That time was such a dark time for Nintendo. The Wii U 3DS era was so ass.
So bad for gaming. Notorious, because the titles came out and no people even heard of it. They didn't even know it was dropping.
It was bad marketing. It was bad everything, dude. And I feel like now that the Switch is dying, I feel like we're kind of entering that zone again.
Because now they're releasing Game Boy Advance things, like, you know, like their old titles. They're trying to just...
Yeah, they're focusing on the past. Nintendo been focusing on the past like a lot.
They're always trying to relive the glory days. They're always trying to focus on that because they know that's a good time period. But at the same time, it gets old. It gets old. I love to play, Link to a Past on the, whatever. But I want something new eventually. Like, I got bored of it already. Like, I don't want to keep playing my Game Boy Advance. I'm already bored.
Yeah, like we need new stuff. We need new content, man. Like, actual new games. Like, I know they really don't have anything planned other than Tears of the Kingdom, really.
And that's the biggest anticipated game of, like, the whole entire year.
This is one of the most anticipated games ever. Really ever. Like, it's Nintendo's first $70 game. Which, how do you feel about that?
Whew. Honestly,
I feel like that's very expensive.
Very greedy. I feel like it's extremely greedy now. But for that price, that game better be the best polished game.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it is so hyped.
It was already hyped up for Breath of the Wild 2, but if you're going to up the price for it too, then you better be like, okay, this game better be the most beautifully patched up game ever. I better not walk in and see a bug. I'm glitching in, coming in the game.
If that game releases glitchy, my God, it's game is gonna be in some shit, bro. Like, that game has to hit. That game needs to be successful. That game needs to. Everybody's gotta love that shit. You guys know I'm notorious for not liking Breath of the Wild, so I'm probably not going to play it or not going to buy it. But I really hope that the public likes it. I really hope the game actually releases good, has a good launch. Nintendo games have not been having good launches. Scarlet Violet was terrible.
At launch.
Mario Strikers was terrible.
At launch.
Like,
God. What was the last good launch Nintendo game? Was it Arceus?
Arceus launched good, yeah. Everybody liked it. That was a year ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, they haven't really dropped that much.
Not a lot.
But They need this, like, this game needs.
Oh, Kirby Forgotten Land was
Okay,
fine title.
okay, yeah, you're right. Kirby was good,
Yeah.
but Tears of the Kingdom's been hyped up for years and years and
They
years.
dropped this so long ago.
It's been 6 years since Breath of the Wild, bro. I still can't believe, like, 6 years in between games. Like,
Oh,
that's wild, bro. Like, that game's that game has to hit. If that game is a buggy mess like Scarlet and Violet, bro, like,
dude.
you're losing hella customers.
Nintendo's losing a huge fan base. Pokemon already is like not anymore. God, I love Pokemon. Pokemon's like one of my biggest games ever, and I don't want to play it. I don't want to Pokédex it. I don't want to watch even the content for it, and that's bad. So they kind of ruined my love for Pokemon a lot.
Gen 9 is so
Gen 9.
bad. Like, it is actually the worst game of 2022.
It's tied probably with Madden.
It is Madden bad. It is
levels
Madden
of
bad.
And it's not the glitches or bugs that really make it. It's just. I think we had a video talking about this, but
Yeah, like, Scarlet and Violet's terrible. If Breath of the Wild is that bad, like, imagine, like, if you're using, like, the Sheikah Slate or whatever, and it's just buggy as hell, and your stasis is everywhere, and
oh my God.
you're walking through walls, you're falling through the map, the sword is just hitting whatever. Like, it's gonna be terrible.
Don't have any. I know it's the biggest game, but so many titles have failed, and we've been so excited for. At this point, I'm just like got my low expectations. I just have none. I'm expecting it to be buggy. I'm expecting it not to work.
Are you gonna pre-order it?
As I am, you shouldn't not either, because I'm not going to pre-order any more games. Pre-ordering games are bad now, and they waste your money. Because I would have saved so much money if I didn't pre-order Scarlet and Violet, pre-order,
You wouldn't have bought it?
huh? No.
You don't think you ever would have bought it?
If I saw what it was like, no. And I've been crazy because Pokemon game, I was like, oh, no-brainer.
Yeah. You wouldn't have pre-ordered Octopath either?
Nope. Had I known.
Octopath was very
Octopath
disappointing too.
2 also.
I loved Octopath 1,
It
bro.
was so good.
But, damn.
Number 2, okay, first of all, the second one, combat is so clean, it's good, it's refreshing, graphics look cool, but man, oh man, why would they add grinding?
Like,
to
if you ever
Octopath
played
2?
Octopath 1, like, the level, like, the progression through the game was so good. Like, every mission, it was, like, level 15, and then it was level 20, and then it was 22, or whatever. And this one, it's, like, level 13 to level 37 to level 50. Just like, what the fuck? Yeah. Grinding in games is very, it takes me out of wanting to play the game. Like, I don't want to just sit there and just kill the same enemy over and over and over and over again. Like, it's very boring.
Grinding's not fun.
Grinding is not fun at all.
It's never been fun. Not in Pokemon, not in...
Old
RPG.
Pokemon games were so fucking grindy, dude. Like,
I mean, back then, the EXP share only had one Pokemon, so one Pokemon can get double the EXP.
like those are games I'm cool with them remastering because they totally changed stuff.
Also, yeah, huge changes between like Pokemon, like Emerald, those games back then. They had the physical split messed up, some bugs. They're like really not.
Yeah,
good.
they had like the XP share nowadays is so much better.
So it obviously made the game tons of more.
Like
better.
Pokemon remakes are way better because Pokemon at the beginning was very not great.
Pokemon remakes make sense.
Yes.
They make sense to do that because they're not great, and there's new Pokemon and new typings and new things they add for this generation, so they can go back to the old one and
Yeah,
those
that makes sense. That makes
Right.
sense. But yeah, nowadays a lot of RPGs are extremely grindy. Even Elden Ring, like I'm playing through Elden Ring right now, and like it's really fucking grindy. Like a lot. Like I see people play the end, or like seen playthroughs and people are like level 200. I'm like, bro, like it takes me like 25,000 rooms to level up once at like level 60. Like, bro, how do you level up like to 200?
I don't know how many rooms that would take to be.
Yeah, like that's
From 199 to 200.
that's ridiculous, dude. Like, just level up once, just to upgrade your strength once. Like, why is the game so grindy, bro? Like, I don't want to just sit there and watch a boulder fall off a cliff a billion times.
Some people like that. I don't know.
So grindy, dude. Like, it kind of takes me out. Like, the game is really good. The combat's
it'll be like
good.
epic boss fight, and then like, oh, boulder for like 2 hours straight.
Yeah, like
okay.
Like, it's boring, bro. Like,
slows the pace down in games.
grinding doesn't have to. It doesn't have to be that. It doesn't have to be like that. Like, they needed to lower the amount of runes to level up. That's really it. Like, you don't need like, you shouldn't need like 20,000 runes to level up one time at like level 50. Like, especially like, you know, I just beat Godric where I'm at right now, and I guess that's still pretty early on in the game because I see all these fucking bosses like I've never seen
Open
before.
up a lot.
Yeah.
Like, Godric and Margit were like the two bosses you had to beat, and then the game really just like, okay, you can go anywhere you want to go and do anything you want to do at this point. Like, no path. Just go.
But like, the game's so open world, it shouldn't be that grindy. Especially with the rune system. Like, imagine like you spend hours and hours grinding for runes and then you die and then you lose the runes. Like, you can lose that, like, those hours of gameplay. Like, hell no. Like, grinding should not be like that. Like, I like the rune system to a degree because it gives you some kind of like, gives you some sort of like suspense when you're fighting. Like, oh shit, I don't want to lose my runes.
Yeah.
Or something.
Or like, oh, I get back and get my runes, or I don't want to die again, or let's go on.
But when it's that grindy though, like, you end up playing like so kind of defensive when you're playing through the game. Like, you don't want to explore certain areas. You don't want to, like, you're very timid. Like, yeah, like you're very timid. Like, you only want to grind near sites of grace a lot of the time.
Yeah.
Like, right next to the grace, so then if you die, you can just run and get your runes.
And get your runes safely. As safe as possible. There's still a chance you can just die.
Which kind of limits my
explorability or like adventure to get out
and
do stuff.
Exactly, because I just don't want to lose my runes.
Scared to lose your runes and play. You play so safe. On like Elden World, an adventure game where I'm going out in this unknown world, but I'm staying by grace, just trying to grind safely. Like,
yeah, the game is so grindy. Like, RPGs don't need to be that grindy.
To be fun.
Octopath don't need to be that grindy. Like,
nobody's like grinding ever. It is just boring. You just sit there, you do nothing but fight the thing over. Nobody's ever liked it.
And they don't need to do it. They don't need to be like that.
A lot of games have started to try to. I mean, ROM hacks have implemented, like Pokemon ROM hacks have implemented grinding out of the methods, like, or things like that, because they know it's not fun.
Who likes it? Like, just lower the scale of the game. Like, make it easier to level up. Like, you know, less XP, whatever. However you want to do it, but like, you don't need 500 levels in the game. You know what I mean? Like, you know, you can shrink it down, make it easier. It's fuck, man. Like, Elden Ring's really good, but like, I don't want to play it sometimes because I don't want to just sit there and grind forever. I don't got that much time. See, back in the day, I had all the time in the world.
Yeah, it was different.
Now I don't. You know, if I only have 2 hours to play a video game in a day, I don't want to spend it grinding and not doing anything.
And you have to keep in mind, we are adults and we work and do other things. We have other responsibilities now more. Back then, being like a kid that mostly like, oh, school, nothing else to do really. Play game, grind. because that's all I could do. But it's still not even fun. But I would just do it.
Like, I don't have that much time to, like, just sit there and grind all day. Like, Elden Ring's great, and it deserved Game of the Year, but there's a reason why everyone's looking up rune farming. And what are best way to farm runes? And people are having a boulder fall off the cliff to get runes, or people are... I looked up another one, like, I guess later in the game, there's some kind of bird you can shoot with an arrow that gets like 15,000 runes. Like every time, but people just keep respawning and doing that. Like there's reasons why everybody wants to exploit runes. Because fuck, dude, there's enemies drop like 60 runes, but you need like 20,000 to level up. Like
imagine if they patch out those exploits, how much even longer it'd be to do a normal route.
Dude, like, I would have to kill hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of enemies level up one time. And each level barely does you anything. Like, you gotta level up, like, 20 times to even, like, really feel anything different.
In the character, like, one per every single thing you choose, just to get that.
There's, like, 1 billion stats on your character, and, like, you know, when you level up, you only pick one.
And actually, that's why people, if you pick a class, they only limit it to like 3 stats you focus on. They don't focus on everything because it would take way too long. Then you wouldn't get enough maximum into what you need.
Yeah.
So you have to like choose and pick what you want to level up only, strictly. The other ones can't matter.
This is so weird to me.
But, I mean, that's in gaming a lot of times. I hate the comparison because it's just a good reference of Pokemon. You choose your stats. If I'm a special attacker, I'm always going to put special in speed or something like that, and I level up strictly that, which makes sense. But it should not take me 15 hours to grind to get to a level where I can find a boss, and then when I'm done with the boss, I go back to those 15 hours and it actually increases because it's even longer to take time to grind.
Yeah, like
it just ruins the experience of the game and the purpose of it.
Yeah, like, I don't even want to play Elden Ring because I know I gotta fucking sit there and grind till I can beat the next boss. Like, I don't even know what level end game levels are, but like, I'm like 10 hours in the game and I'm like level 60 or 50 something. Like, I already know, like, I've seen people like in the 200s. Like, is this like an 80-hour game? Like, I play this 80 hours and most of it's just grinding.
Is that why the 8 hours comes from? It's like 50 hours of grinding and the rest is just boss fights?
Like, I guess. Like, fuck, dude. Like, that's a game I should just learn to speedrun, I guess. Like, fuck. Like, is that why people speedrun?
It might be easier to speedrun the game than play it in an intended way.
Play it normal? Oh, fuck that intended way.
The intended way. If it was intended, we just fight basic enemies and level up.
Intended way is such a dumb term in gaming. My
no
God.
game has ever played the intended way. Now, we don't know what the developers even intended for it to do. Maybe they left that boulder in there as an Easter egg, like, oh, whoever finds this is funny. They could have known that. Or, we don't know. So there's no intended way of gaming. It doesn't make any sense.
I hate that argument. Like, I talked to especially Dark Souls community about the intended way. Speedrunners don't use the intended way. Like, there's nothing. I don't know how you can determine what the intended way is. Like, anybody can play it however they want.
When they say gaming's for everybody, it's for everybody to do anything they want to do and how they want to play the game. Especially in a open world game or something like that. They can do whatever the hell they want. They don't have to go this way and that way or beat the boss this way because you beat with this.
Like, if it's, you gotta just look at it like developers are selling us a product, right? We are consuming that product. If whatever we choose to do with it, that's on us. I don't know where this whole thought of like developer vision came into play. I don't give a fuck what they were envisioning me doing with this game. If I buy it, I'm gonna do whatever the fuck I want with it. Like, if I buy a Call of Duty game, you know, the intended way, like, you know, everybody wants to use all the guns, but if I only want to use snipers, then that's all I'm gonna fucking do. Or if, you know, I don't see where like the developer vision ever mattered? Like, were you in the room? Like, did you talk to them? Like, did you ask them what the intended way was? Like, who cares? Like, imagine, you buy a house from somebody, right? And their intended way was like, oh yeah, I want the bathroom here, I want all this in here, I want the layout like this. Like, no, you move in, you make the house however the fuck you want it.
Exactly.
Like, I don't, like, the developer, owner, vision, whatever, means fucking nothing. When you buy it, it's yours.
You can do as you please do with that game and how you want to play it.
Like, if you buy a computer off somebody, you're going to make the computer ever you want it. Like, you're going to put your wallpaper on there.
If you buy anything, cars or anything, you're going to change the car the way you want it to change. If you
like, yeah, you'll give it a paint job, however you want it to look.
Tires, whatever. You customize it. And that's what gaming is. It's kind of like customization all the time about how you want to play it and start things.
Like, nobody cares. Like, I don't know why you should care about developer vision. You bought it. All they care about is you buying the game.
And playing it and enjoying it. They just want you to buy a game, enjoy it, and buy it. And money. I mean,
like, they want you to buy it. Once you buy it, it's yours. Like, do whatever you want.
They did their purpose. They did what they wanted.
I don't know why everybody gets so mad when you play a game differently than how they play it. Like, if you buy a house and I buy... Like, imagine you're in a neighborhood and they all have cookie-cutter homes. And I buy a house and Icy buys a house. My house is going to look totally different than Icy's house, right? But we still have, like, the same... We still bought it from the same neighborhood. It started out the same, but we made it our own. I'm not going to get mad at Icy, like, oh, why is your roof like that? Why is your bedroom like that? Why is your bathroom like that?
In general
like, you know what I mean? Like, who cares?
If you're just different... You're hated upon because you act different or do something different. Well, who cares?
Like, everybody in Dark Souls
tries to be...
Like, everybody wants everybody to play the same because they want to respect how the developers want it. Bro, I don't give a fuck. I don't care how From Software wants me to play the game. If they made the game like that, then I'm going to play it however I want. I'm going to use whatever character I want, whatever class I want, whatever weapon I want, whatever, I'm going to do whatever order in the game that I want, because I bought it. It's mine. That's my playthrough, not your playthrough. I don't see why that bothers you so much. Like, developer vision is so dumb to me, especially when gaming has repeatedly shown that
they don't
care
as much.
Like, the heart and soul is not into the games nearly as much anymore. It's disgraceful. And this is why gaming has been so bad, because people blatantly believe anything they are told. They don't stand up for themselves. They don't think critically.
They defend the bad stuff.
Yeah, they defend anything they want.
And if you think otherwise, you get attacked.
It's okay to admit that, like, games have problems. It's okay to admit that gaming is worse. It's okay. Like, critically think about it. Like, literally sit here, think, break down. Okay, what makes this game good? What I don't like about it? What do I like about it? And then look at older games, like, and have the same criteria. Like, I guarantee you older games are going to be way better. Yes, they have worse graphics.
Oh, yeah, because it's older.
Yes.
And it came on a weaker system. However, though...
Like, they're better.
Look at the content and the quality and the heart.
They have better stories. They have better characters. They got better features. They have, Again, there was no DLC back then.
So there was no DLC, so they put a whole bunch of content games.
Yeah.
They just overloaded it, saturated it. Because there was no DLC, I had to pay later for this add-on. Or...
Like, Mario Strikers Charged is way better than Battle League. Jesus Christ, bro.
Talk about bare boning.
Like, the game was like 15 years old.
God.
It's so much better.
All they had to do was just give us characters and
modes? They
have
no mode.
What happened to story in sports games?
Yeah, there's no story. There's not even a cup mode, is there?
There's not a tournament mode or something
it's
like
just
that.
Play.
I can play online or play.
Yikes. Like, that's fucking terrible. Like, the games back then they're better.
Dude, every Mario game had Slugger's Golf back then. Even Mario Golf, there was a tournament mode or a story mode. They just put it in the game. It was fun. Some single player.
Slugger's story mode was fire.
Yeah.
I don't know why they haven't remade a new Mario baseball game.
I think that should be next on the list.
That has to be, bro.
Like, it's the only logical one. They already did golf. They did strikers. So the big one
They
is...
did tennis. Tennis Aces is by far the best one.
Was the best.
That had story mode. That had online. That had lots of characters. That had DLC.
But
That had good balance patches.
it's very great. Dollar Jr. was busted. I loved it. I love him. But man, oh god, he was busted.
Like, you know.
But the problem is that's the full price game still.
And now fucking even Kart getting balance patches, bro.
Cars becoming competitive. Like they're dead. Like putting effort.
Yeah. Like, Kart got revived.
They did that DLC saved it so hard.
It did.
I remember I didn't care. A lot of people didn't care about it coming out.
No, like, Kart was dead. Everybody
was
was
done.
laughing at the DLC. Like, bro, what the fuck did we even
Burrow.
get?
Oh no, that's all we get. Like, who cares?
No, and then they dropped a patch.
Yeah, they got rid of Wall Wiggler being the top meta.
Like, patches are so good when they're done right. Like,
They
I don't
do.
know. I don't know why Smash just said fuck patches, bro.
Patches can revive a game and change the game how it is, even though the game's been out for years. Kart's been out for like 9 years, and a patch has already revived it again. If Smash dropped the patch right now, dude, everybody is picking up that game and trying the patch, and
Yeah,
it's
I don't-
moving up.
I don't know why they would just say, you know, no more patches, especially with DLC. Like, these DLC have only been patched, you know, a couple times. You know,
Especially from the recent one that came out, like that one barely got.
like
patched.
Sora didn't get patched at all, did he?
Yeah, he did. Yeah, he
Like
did.
the Sora drop wasn't the last patch.
No,
There was one
there
after
was
that.
one after that one. There was.
Okay, like
Right.
it's so weird. Like, that's why the DLC are so broken. They don't get patched because they just quit on the game. Like, why? There's people still play it. They know competitive Smash is still a thing. They still update the little fucking tournament thing in the game
They put
that nobody plays.
what is it called? Spirits. I don't know
Yeah.
why that's being announced. Every time you click on Smash, you see new tournament, like, or new spirits. Like,
Literally, no one gives a
nobody
flying fuck.
fucking cares about spirits. Nobody even does spirit battles. I think that's the most unplayed battle in the fucking entire game.
It's cart battles.
Jesus. Card battles.
They didn't patch that.
They didn't change any of that.
They did patch Shine or fucking
Shine
Thief.
Beef. Jesus Christ.
Bro, that shit is a disaster.
Unfunctional. You
It's a
can't can't play it.
disaster.
You can grab it, but you don't grab it.
Dude,
You can-
why is it when you hit somebody that has the shine, you don't get it?
There's a chance
it
you
just
don't get
bounces
it.
randomly.
It flies off.
If the mode would be by far the best battle mode, if
It
you
should
hit
be.
the person
And you
get
get
the shine.
immediately. That is the best.
That gives
battle.
you a reward for actually hitting the person. And then you don't have the jankiness of the random ass bounce
It
everywhere.
can bounce onto somebody and they get it.
Yeah.
I've seen. I'm like, okay.
You don't need to actually hit the person. You just need to be adjacent to them.
Yeah. Oh, I get rewarded by hitting you and knocking off your shine for somebody else to steal it. I'm like, okay.
Yeah. It's bad. Next patch, fix battles, please.
Change battles, update battles.
Maybe they can actually be played.
Good.
I know most people just care about races, but I think most people just care about races because battles are so bad.
Yeah. There's nothing else to focus on. If battles are bad, it's just racing. But if we had competitive battles in a battle meta.
Competitive battle meta.
For kart.
Man,
Just imagine.
I don't know about that, but maybe. I mean,
My best combination is like Luigi teddy bear for my battles.
like, please fix Shine Thief, and you know, if they had, I don't know why there's not like DLC maps for battles.
Also, let's say add new map for battle.
If there's a DLC wave off for battles, that'd be fucking lit.
Oh my fucking god! If you want to bring back all battle stages too, bring it back. I don't know if you remember, like there was some.
No, bro, we got Lunar Colony, bro. We good.
Anyway, real maps that we can actually functionally play on. Not flying through there and missing every shot over a crater. God, that's awful.
Man hates Lunar Colonies.
It's bad. Oh, God. Anyway.
Alright, before IC gets too bad, We're gonna call it a day here, man. Thank you guys for supporting the podcast. Let us know if you guys played Elden Ring and if it's too grindy. Let us know if you want a new Mario sports game. If you guys want, you know, new Mario Sluggers, or I don't know what else they can call it. They already did like All-Star Baseball or something.
Mario Ultimate All-Stars Deluxe Baseball.
Mario the Show. You know. But, yeah, man. Thank you guys for supporting the podcast. You know, we're very grateful and appreciative. You know, make sure you follow me on Twitch, TikTok, join our Discord. You know, Discord's been hella active and been hella lit. So, you know, hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Till next time, I'm Tep, he's Ice, and we are fucking out with the year
and the fucking beans.
Man, fumbled the back
You
so hard on that.
Say it with me.
I already said the year.
And the beans.
Bro, you say the beans.
We say the beans together sometimes.
No, you said the beans. Fucking hell, man. Peace.